I think the pace that Colby's going to try to set will either backfire on him and he'll lose. But from what I understand, everyone that I've talked to have just said that Colby is the pace, even at American Top Team, people that don't like him, they're like his pace is just, it's unreal. They're like, I don't understand how.
He doesn't
get
tired.
He's like, I don't get it. I don't understand why. And we've seen in the past, Usman does tend to slow down because he's carrying a lot of muscle, man. He's carrying a lot of muscle. He's a big kid. I didn't realize how big he was until I saw him, I think, at Mohegan Sun for a fight. He was there with Henry Hoofton. A couple of the guys there were hitting pads, doing work, and I was like, dude, you're huge. You're big.
Oh, he's big.
He's a big guy. I think he'll out wrestle Colby for the first two rounds.
Question.
The first 2 rounds, I think he'll out wrestle Colby. But I think when we get into the third, the fourth, and the fifth, Colby's going to turn it on. And I mean, when I turn it on, is he just going to stay busy in the first 2 rounds to keep standing up or keep trying to get the takedown? Or he's going to keep making him work. And I think it's going to pay off. I think in the long run, it's going to pay off.
I kind of look at it the same way as you. I think that Usman is going to out wrestle Colby in the beginning. I think Colby is not going to get any takedowns on him. He's going to get stuffed. He's going to get kind of smashed down a little bit, and Usman's going to be on top. And he's just got to do exactly what you're saying. He's got and don't settle for positions. No. Make Usman work.
Yep.
Make him work to try to hold on to you. Make him work for the positions. Make him work in keeping you down. Everything that you do is about pushing that level and that heart rate up. You do that, and you keep from him landing the big shot, which he doesn't really have that big shot.
Nope.
That is the one shot thing to get rid of someone. He doesn't have the submission game to get rid of him. I don't think so. It's a matter of which guy's going to outlast the other, and that cardio that Colby brings, man, it's hard to deal with if you're not used to it. And that is a definite tactic. Mm-hmm. It is a skill set. It is something to have in your back pocket. And when you are the guy that can push the pace, a la Tony Ferguson, a la Colby Covington, that's a definite tool to be used in a fight like this against Usman.
Yeah, I want to take people back, like way, way back, okay? And just want you guys to actually, if you guys have any interest in the old UFCs, go back and look at the Frank Shamrock, Tito Ortiz fight. And that's very similar, I think, how Colby needs to fight the fight. Like, I mean, I think obviously Colby's going to have a better chance of stopping takedowns. Frank knew, I'm not going to stop his takedowns, but I'm going to make him work while I'm on my back, from I'm going to attack submissions, I'm going to elbow punch. I'm going to do every little thing. He was cupping his ear and, like, slapping his ears, and he kept trying to get up, and you saw it had an effect in the 4th and the 5th round in that fight against Tito. He just kind of wilted. Guys are obviously training smarter and better than Tito was back then. But Frank was that guy that took it to the next level and how important conditioning and cardio was. And he learned a lot, I think, from the Jeremy Horn fight when he realized, shit, I didn't train for this fight. This kid, he can't beat me. You know what I mean? Like those things. But he learned a lot from that fight, and he took it into the Tito fight. Look, the bottom line is that if Colby fights a smart fight, doesn't take too much damage in the first 2 rounds, in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th, I think if he continues to set that pace and just – he has that
break him down.
Yeah, break him down and and start threatening the takedowns. I think once Usman loses the takedown, it's going to be a snowball effect. Like cuz Usman's got 100% takedown defense ratio in the UFC or in his fights. Yeah. So he's just if once he loses one, it'll just be a trickle down, just like, oh shit, I'm starting to fall down. He's setting a pace I can't keep up with. It's a mental fuck. Right in the middle of the fight, it's a mental fuck. So once he loses one takedown, and from what I understand, Colby talks to you while he fights you, and he's telling you, and I've from experience, when I fought KJ Nunes, it was the most distracting thing I've ever had to deal with. Someone who wasn't like he was trying to knock my head off, but it almost felt like we were friends and he was trying to knock my head off. It was a really weird feeling when someone's talking to you and trying to hurt you. And it's like, but they're being nice about it. Those guys are not going to be nice about it. The last thing I'm going to say, Usman, in their interview after he won his last fight, in an interview, not him, Colby won the fight against Lawler. They brought him up to do the interview and Usman was at the table. Usman does not have it in him to control himself. The temper. The temper.
I know.
He's letting this get into him, and that's
him.
That's going to work against him.
Yeah, I agree that it's when I look at the difference in the two guys, I worry about Usman in the fact that he is not going to be able to control the temper. He's going to allow himself to be mad. That's going to burn energy. That's going to make him do things that are going to be a mistake somewhere in the fight. And psychology is a big part of fighting. That's why, look, Conor McGregor does what he does for reasons. And he'll put one of the things I really enjoyed about Conor when he would do his trash talk is he always threw out things that were truthful. He would talk about little elements of that fighter's skill set and say something about it, but it was always, yep, you see it, and that's a tool because you're getting under their skin. You're making them mad. You're making them want to hurt you. And a lot of people will get this idea that, why would you want them to be mad at you and want to hurt you? It's like, you're in a fight anyways. It doesn't matter. If they're mad, they usually don't fight as well. A thinking fighter is a dangerous fighter. A mad fighter, that's not a problem.
Dave seems like he wants to say something.
Oh no, I wasn't going to say it, but I wasn't going to say anything. But I find it interesting that how similar their records are. That they both lost by submission, and they both have 15 wins. But Colby has won most by KO, and Usman's won most. By submission. Usman's won most by knockout, and they both had 8 decision wins. So it's interesting how similar the records are. Like I think it makes the fight that much more exciting. Like just.
Yeah, but when you're looking at that Usman's record and you're seeing knockouts, most of those are TKOs.
Yeah.
And that is ground and pound that he's just been hitting someone and the referee comes in and finally says you're not defending yourself in an intelligent fashion and they stop the fight. He doesn't knock people out with shots that, they're done, they can't continue.
But neither does Colby.
No, Colby doesn't have that kind of power.
He doesn't.
He just doesn't.